You have to expect it to be a war right from the start. Start fast in this game. Don't go out there in the days. All right? You got to hit hard and be more physical. The tough team wins, men. You got to get to that quarterback. You got to make plays on offense. Let's get this thing done. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Man, we played hard. We knew we was gonna have a dogfight, so we came prepared, ready for the dogfight. And I think we rose to the occasion, and we played pretty good. So I was pretty happy with our effort.
We just went hard every play, man. Even though when we was down, when they was coming out throwing the ball, we just tried to limit the big plays and keep playing hard every time, you know, whatever it was.
We had talked all week about starting fast in all 3 phases, and offensively we started very fast. We were able to run the football effectively, score points, and defense was 3 times 3 and out, and then 4 out of the first 5. And playing on the road, that's huge, because what you do is you keep the crowd out of the game. And special teams in that area, no big mistakes. We need to block better in our return units, but we covered better today. We covered better on kickoffs, and we covered better on punts. So we had improvements. I'm very proud of our leadership of our veteran players, and continue to be very proud of our young players and the way they're competing as freshmen.
It seemed like today you were able to mix the run and the pass to the point where they complemented each other almost perfectly.
Well, being a physical football team is very important, and you'll hear our coaching staff talk about that a lot. Whether you're in pass protection or running the football, whether you're in 3 wides, 4 wides, or 2 tight ends, and the same thing on defense. You tackle, be more physical, put pressure on the quarterback, and I thought we tackled fairly well today. I saw us miss maybe 2 or 3 tackles in space, but they're back. You know, he's got the ability to make you miss, so he's going to make some plays. But I was particularly pleased with the way that we were able to be a more physical team in all phases.
Kendall Hunter goes for over 100 yards, and Joseph Randle almost got to 100, and you had 3 tailbacks involved. Talk, if you would, just about the play from your backs today.
Well, Kendall, I thought, bounced around a little more than I liked early, and now as the game went on, he ran more effective. But Joe Randle came in and made some really nice runs in the first quarter and the second quarter, and was able to be an effective runner, and they have a different style. And I think that helps us. And then Jeremy Smith comes in and makes some good runs, and nice cutback, and scored a couple times. And so it's good to see him get back into the mix.
It's 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. Then Tech cuts it to 21-14, and you start a possession deep in your own territory and have a long drive just before halftime and get 3 points. Talk, if you would, not only about the significance of that within the game, but what it shows you as a coach about your football team when they're able to do that on the road.
Well, it got started by Weeden made a great throw right off the ear of a defender, and Tracy Moore made a catch. And a really good catch. We were able to get out of a hole. And as long as you take care of the football and maintain the ball in the half and score points, then that gave us a chance to keep the momentum. And that was a crucial time in the game, because you certainly don't want to give it right back to them, let them score and get momentum at halftime. That's what we did last week. So we wanted to avoid that situation.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights. First and 10, Cowboys in the Tech 5, handoff to Hunter, big hole up the middle, Hunter to his left to the 10, cuts to the 5, dives toward the end zone, he's in, pistols firing, touchdown Oklahoma State, Kendall Hunter from 15 yards. Goal for the 4, hand off to Randle, off left guard, breaks a tackle, diving toward the end zone, he's in! Pistols firing, touchdown Oklahoma State, Joseph Randle. Back to pass, whistles it over the middle, the pass is broken up, incomplete at the 45-yard line, and Tech will punt for the 4th time in the first 8 minutes and 15 seconds of this game. Second and goal OSU from the Tech 4. Now to the pistol. Check that as Jeremy Smith. And Smith gets a handoff running up the middle, breaks a tackle at the 1 and slips into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown Oklahoma State. Jeremy Smith.
Well, obviously Coach Young and our defensive staff have done a great job with those guys, and what I'm seeing more of, and we're continuing to see as the season moves on, is if we do have a turnover, the defense just goes out and plays. And we're giving up a few plays, but they're keeping everything in front of them. They're forcing turnovers, they're stripping the ball, and as long as you do that, you know, you have a chance. There's always areas to improve, but the way we play together as a team, an example of what you're talking about, is very important.
Justin Blackmon caught a 62-yard touchdown catch there in the third quarter on what was quite an interesting play. If you would, take us through what you saw and what happened during that play, because Blackmon, it appeared, made just a terrific play.
Well, it was a pocket throw over there. They were in too deep. They played a considerable amount of snaps with a high safety to try to defend Blackmon. And the ball was thrown over there. The ball was probably thrown a tad bit late. But he turned his back on him and boxed him out from best I could see across the field, stuck his hands out there, and that guy tried to make a play, very similar to rebounding a basketball. He boxed him out, took the ball, and then what I really liked is when he took off, there were a couple players that were already started and had momentum moving toward him, and he just separated himself from him. So he continues to be faster than what people think.
Tech is trying to close out. It's a 34-17 game, still a lot of time, about 9 minutes left in the fourth. And your defense comes up with a stop down near the goal line on a fourth down. Well,
you know, a couple weeks ago we couldn't stop anybody on fourth down. And we talked about that as a team, that those are big plays in the game, and everybody's tired. And at that time is when you really got to reach down deep. Somebody's got to make a play. And Orrin Lemon made a play. And stopped him when we hadn't stopped him in that situation throughout the game. But that really took the air out of him at that particular time. When he stopped him there wasn't much left.
You continue to make plays defensively, sometimes with your backs against the wall. You've now had 21 opponent possessions end in your territory without points. How does Bill Young's management of the defense, not only from a scheme standpoint, but from how he manages the players and builds their confidence, does that really lead to the type of things we're seeing now?
I don't think there's any question that he instills a calmness, and he allows himself the ability to make adjustments and the players buy in.
Finally, in terms of the complete package, where does this game rank?
Well, this is a great win for us. There was a lot of talk about not winning here in 66 years, and in comparison to Nebraska. You know, the difference being we went to Nebraska a lot of times and couldn't win. We hadn't been out here that much. But I don't want to take anything away from it, because I've been out here several times, twice with really good football teams and not won, and once been way ahead and not won. So it was really good for us to come out here and win the football game.
Let's take a look at the second half highlights. Potts is back to pass. Pocket collapses and he's sacked. He is sacked back at the 47-yard line of Texas Tech by Jamie Platnick. Weeden gets the snap. He's back to pass. He throws near side. Leaping catch is made by Blackmon. Down the right sideline. He's gone. 15, 10, 5. Pistols firing. Touchdown Oklahoma State. Justin Blackmon with his 13th TD of the year. From the center of the field. Snap back, ball down, the kick is on the way, it's plenty long, and it's good, and Bailey remains perfect on the year, 13 out of 13.